And the high school football playoffs cranked back up tonight around the Low Country with several Charleston area teams hoping to continue their journey. A lot of teams looking for a state title. For Dorchester, the Patriots seemingly getting better every week, hosting Carolina Forest. Patriots strike first on their opening drive. Davion Brown takes the handoff. He's fast, he's elusive, and he's gone. 60 yards for the touchdown. What a way to start. Are you kidding me? PAT is good. 7-0 Fort D. Panthers with the ball, try to move it, but watch quarterback Scott Saylor. He is snowed under by a host of Patriots defenders. It was that kind of night for the visitors. Fort D driving again. It's Brown again, this time 20 yards around the right end before he's brought down. That run set up this. Quarterback Zoltan Osborne, friend of the show, with a nice fake. The keeper bootlegs it into the end zone. 6 yards for the score, 14-0 Fort D. A field goal made it 17-0. Then the Patriots D comes up with a big play. Saylor is under pressure near his own end zone. Sack for the safety. 19-0 Fort D at that point. The route is on. The Patriots cruise. Your final 39-21. As I mentioned, this is a team that is peaking at just the right time. Also in 5A, Somerville traveled to Sumter this evening. Coach Ian Rafferty hoping his guys could come up big on the road. And how many times have we seen this? It's Yannick Smith. There he goes. He needs a very small hole, and he is gone for the touchdown. Somerville has so many skilled players. It was evident tonight on the road at Sumter. That put the Green Wave up 7-0, and their defense did the job the rest of the way. Watch this. Here's a great example. Swarming to the football, Somerville comes up big. This is a team that we're accustomed to seeing score 30, 35, 40 points every Friday night. They don't do it tonight, but it doesn't matter because they played D. Let's go to the score. Look at here. 7-0 the final. Somerville over Sumter, and I spoke to Green Wave head coach Ian Rafferty about his team's impressive road win.
I kind of had in my head that we were going to play a field position game, so we kept field position most of the night. Our defense played lights out. We had 3 turnovers. They moved the ball against us some, but we forced a turnover on the goal line. Fumble. We had 2 interceptions. Our special teams did a great job.
And they face Fort D next, so that's going to be amazing next Friday night. The Woodland High School football team, we've talked about them all week, right, folks? They faced a very difficult situation tonight, trying to focus on a playoff game while grieving the loss of Lavelle Davis Jr. Let's check out the highlights. The coin toss at Johnson Haygood Stadium between Woodland and Oceanside. There are the decals honoring Lavelle. His high school number was 13 at Woodland. Scoreless. With the highlights as with midway through the first, Edward Reidenbach plunges in from the 1 for OCA. Officials give him the touchdown, 6-0 Land Sharks. Later in the first, Reidenbach over the middle to Jace Kraftwick. Big game by number 12, deep into the Wolverines' territory. OCA moving the football. Second quarter, he calls his own number, dials up 6 from 8 yards out. Try for 2 was good. 14-0 home team. There's Chad Wilkes trying to get his guys fired up. Vaughn Blue back and better than ever. Missed 2 months with that thumb injury. Look at him. Good as new. That made it 22-0 at the break. Oceanside, the better team on this night. Remember, as we go to the board, remember, except for a 1-point loss to South Florence early in the year, this team would be unbeaten. 59-18 is your final. Land Sharks will hit the road to face Andrew Jackson next Friday. Dan Fanning with more from Johnson Haygood Stadium.
Mark, Oceanside Collegiate came into the 2A state playoffs as the #1 team in the classification. Through 3 rounds, they have shown everybody why with tonight's win over Woodland. Coach Eddie Ford said they simply got beat by the better team. It's been a very tough week for the Wolverines as they left it all on the field tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the strength of our team, our offensive and defensive lines. It has been all year. We're usually bigger than the other team. We're not bigger than this team. They're huge. But our guys are extremely well coached. Coach Antron Robbins is the best offensive line coach in the state, and he shows that with how his group performs every single week. Same thing on the defensive line with Coach Slazo and those guys. They do a great job. That's the strength of our team, and we got to keep it up.
Stick together as a team. We let them know that we love them. Woodland is a family. And we just lost to the better ball club tonight, but they have nothing to be disappointed about. We won 11 games this season. We lost to the #1 and #2 teams in the state. I mean, it is what it is, but we're close as a program, and hopefully next year we can turn the corner.
With tonight's win, Oceanside Collegiate will travel on the road next week up to Andrew Jackson with the winner advancing to the state title game in 2A on December the 2nd. Reporting from Johnson Haygood Stadium, Dan Fanning, News 2 Sports.
Dan, thanks so much. You heard Coach Ford talk about the great season that Woodland had this year. In 4A action, James Island had a great season as well. The Trojans traveling to face South Florence, and this home team is good. Lenora Sellers with the touchdown pass to Evan Singletary right there. Remember, Sellers, the Syracuse commit, he is good. Watch the great defensive play coming up by the home team here. Deshad McFadden with a great interception right there. Playing very, very well. J.I. out of this thing early. Watch Sellers over the middle. It's Singletary again to the house for another touchdown. He comes running right by you. South Florence is loaded, folks. Nice moment, though, for James Island right here. Amontre Scott takes the kickoff, and he is gone all the way. 93 yards for the touchdown. One of the lone bright spots for the Trojans. We go to the board. Their amazing season comes to an end. Your final 52-21, South Florence, a winner. And one more game to show you. Beaufort taking on Gilbert. Beaufort, highly ranked team all season long. Gilbert will strike first here. Ethan Coleman, an end around. He will not be stopped, and the Indians go on top with that touchdown. The Eagles respond as this team has all season long. Watch Casey Fields. He will not be denied. Reaching for the goal line there. Breaks the plane. Touchdown, Beaufort. Then, watch Daryl DePass. We called his name a lot the last few Friday nights. He runs it, doesn't pass it. Number one, strikes up the band all by his lonesome. Man, no one's going to touch him. Eagles take the lead, and Beaufort ends up holding off Gilbert. Your final 31-21. The Eagles a winner. Again, that team has been consistently terrific all season long. And let's hear it for the Cross Trojans, folks. In the 1A playoffs, Cross goes on the road. You know how hard it is to win on the road. In high school football in South Carolina, they go to Estill and they win convincingly. Sean Wright and his guys win it 34-16.